Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. And in this video, we're gonna be taking a look at all of the Modern Warfare 2 settings that are available right now. If you guys are unaware, the multiplayer beta for PS4 as well as PS5 is downloadable right now, and if you guys hook up a keyboard to your console and press F3, you're gonna have access to all of the settings that are currently available. We're gonna take a look at all that today. So with that being said, the like on this video is going to be 400 likes, and if you guys want to stay up to date with any and all Modern Warfare 2 news, updates, class setups, gameplay, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn those post notifications. Let's go and take a look at this. So we're taking a look at the controller settings. Now, obviously, I have a controller plugged up to my console, but you do need to have a keyboard hooked up to have access to all these settings. Now, you guys can see here for the button layout, we have access to tactical, lefty, nomad Charlie, and nomad tactical Charlie, nomad Charlie lefty, bumper jumper tactical, one-handed gunslinger, stick and move, brawler, beast, bumper ring tactical. So pretty much all of the standard controller button layout presets that we had for all the other Call of Duties are going to be in Modern Warfare 2. Now, obviously, you guys can go ahead and flip L1 and L2 and R1 and R2, depending on how you like to go ahead and have your controller oriented. If you guys are Xbox players, you guys might want to flip it. If you guys aren't, you might want to keep it standard. Now, obviously, for the stick layout preset, we have default, southpaw, legacy, southpaw, and click swap, legacy, southpaw, no click swap. So those are going to be your stick layout presets that we have available here in Modern Warfare 2. Now, for obviously the controller vibration, you guys can turn this on or off. Personally, I like to go ahead and have this off. It just kind of messes with my aim and accuracy, so that's going to be under this setting. Now, for aiming, horizontal stick sensitivity, you can obviously go ahead and adjust this all the way down to 1. And for Modern Warfare 2, it maxes out at what I believe is going to be 20. So yeah, you can max this out at 20 for the horizontal, and for the vertical, we have the lowest as 1. You guys can go ahead and max this out all the way to 20 as well. Now, for our ADS sensitivity for multiplayer, you guys can go ahead and adjust this. You guys can put this at the standard at 1, but in my case, I like to go ahead and kind of reduce this to a 0.75. So I'm gonna be doing this when the beta actually officially goes live. Sensitivity for multiplayer, you guys can see here. You guys can go ahead and adjust all these values as well. Vertical aim access, you can adjust all these values as well to standard or inverted. Excuse me, we're gonna go back. For our gameplay, aim down sight behavior, you can have this as hold or toggle. Automatic sprint, you can have this as automatic sprint enabled, or also automatic tactical sprint. I'm actually going to make sure that I have automatic tactical sprint enabled. So I'm so far really enjoying the settings that they have in this game. A lot of this has been transferred from Call of Duty to Call of Duty, which is good, because in some instances they don't include all the current settings that we might have, let's say in Vanguard, into Modern Warfare 2. Again, all this is going to be pretty much enabled. Armor plate behavior, apply 1. This is obviously going to be for Warzone. Now we're going to go over to the advanced settings here. Target aim assist. This is obviously going to be on. Aim assist type. Let's take a look at this. We have default. We have precision. We have focusing, as well as we have Black Ops. So all of the settings that we had in Vanguard, Black Ops, Cold War, Modern Warfare 2019, they're all coming within Modern Warfare 2. So that's going to be huge news. I'm super happy about that. Aim assist response curve type, we have standard, linear, as well as dynamics. This is going to be making a return into Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, thank God. ADS aim assist is going to be on, obviously. We have ADS sense multiplayer for focus. Obviously, you guys can go ahead and adjust this. Since ADS sensitivity transition timing is to be instant. You guys can go ahead and take a look at all this. Custom sensitivity per zoom. You can, adjust this for each of your low zoom and high zoom optics. Input dead zone, you guys can go ahead and adjust your dead zone settings. This is great. I'm really happy they're going ahead and having this, because sometimes for whatever reason they don't have dead zone settings off rip. Looks like they're gonna have this in multiplayer. Sprint tactical behavior, you guys can go ahead and have this as that toggle or hold. Auto move forward, tactical sprint behavior is double tap, or you guys can obviously have this set to automatic. Grounded mantle, automatic airborne mantle. Actually, you want to turn this off. Automatic ground mantle, that's off. Inverted slide behavior, you guys can go ahead and adjust all this. So I'm really happy they have all these settings streamlined from all the other Call of Duties in the multiplayer automatically. And all these are going to be pretty much the same that we've seen in all of the other Call of Duties, which is fantastic. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the graphic settings. Now, obviously you have world motion blur here, we have weapon motion blur, we have the film grain settings, depth of field, fidelity FX, strength, field of view. You do have an Fov slider on console. I'm currently playing on the PS4 controller. So on console, PS4, if you don't have a PS5, unable to have access to a PS5, you do have an Fov slider on console, which is good, and you can bump this up, but it seems to be all the way to 120. Hopefully you can bump this up to so we can bump this all the way up to 120 on the PS4. So hopefully it's gonna play right on the PS4 at 120 FOV. You have the AES field of view. You guys can go ahead and adjust this. Weapon field of view, you can go ahead and adjust this as well to narrow, default, or wide. The weapon looks smaller, weapon looks as intended as default, weapon looks bigger. So that's actually kind of nice. I like these settings, which are kind of cool. These are some brand new settings in Modern Warfare 2. This weapon field of view, which is pretty cool. Third person field of view, you can obviously go ahead and bump this all the way up to 120 as well. So far so good. I'm actually really happy about these settings. For the audio settings, with the playtest audio, voice chat, these are going to be pretty much standardized settings that we've seen through all the Call of Duties. I think the big one you guys are going to be super excited for is obviously being the capability of adjusting your field of view. Juggernaut music, this is going to be a Juggernaut in multiplayer, kind of confirmed right here. Went ahead and did that. Hit marker sound effects, Modern Warfare, classic, or you can turn them off completely. So that's actually cool. Channels automatically connect to a match start, off. Okay, that's cool. Now we can go to the interface settings, menu text size, default. All these are kind of irrelevant, but again, you guys can go ahead and change the orientation. Here's huge mini map. You can change this to a square or a round. It's actually default as a square now. Usually it was default at round. So I'm under the assumption that they probably noticed that majority of players have had the settings switch from round to square. So now square is the default. Kind of crazy how things kind of turn out now. Minimap rotation is obviously going to be turned on, and then all these other settings are going to be pretty much the same as we've seen for, you know, previous Call of Duties. So these are going to be all of the settings that you have access to here in multiplayer. Again, I think the huge one is going to be the graphic settings and having the ability to adjust your field of view from 80 all the way to 120, and this brand new setting for this weapon field of view, which is pretty cool. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, if you guys are excited, if you guys are not excited. Obviously for these controller settings, I'm gonna be playing on, I'm gonna test out 4 off rip, but I think me personally, I'm gonna be playing on a 3.3 horizontal as well as my 0.7. Okay, so 0.7 ADS sensitivity. So again, let me know down in the comment section if you guys are excited. Honestly, I think this is a huge step in the right direction. They're including settings that we've loved in previous Call of Duties and also building upon them to make the game a better experience, whether you guys are playing on console or PC, to level the playing field. If you guys did enjoy and want to stay up to date with any and all of Modern Warfare 2 news, updates, and whatnot, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications. It's been your boy Ears, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.